So, good day. I am the last reporter, Communications and Information Technology or IT. The effective use of IT can play an important role in bridging gaps and breaking down barriers between organizations. So, why bridging gaps and breaking down barriers between organizations? Because the use of email and video conferencing can improve lateral communications across long distance and multiple zones and breaking down barriers of traditional model. Information technology can be powerful ally in the redesign and streamlining of internal business process and improving coordination and integration between suppliers and customers. So when you say streamlining, it is a smooth process in internal business by the use of new technology or internet. In example, like Shopee or any online platform or that produce service or sales. Then information technology must be viewed more as a prime component of an organization's overall strategy than simply in terms of administrative support. So when you say administrative support, it is technical assistance. And so, in creating effective organizational design, you need to consider human resource practices. So, change always involves and affects the human dimension of organizations. The attraction, development, and retention of human capital are vital to value creation. So, human resource is a process are re-engineered and organizations become increasingly dependent on sophisticated ITs. Then the skills of workers and managers must be upgraded to realize the full benefits. So in human resource practices or in human resource, the skills of the workers and managers must be upgraded. So they need to train more and to become more knowledgeable about their works. Then the benefits and costs of developing lasting internal relationships. Successful boundaryless organizations really rely on the relational aspect of organizations. So, a boundaryless organizations, it means an open organizations. So, they rely the organizations on in a relational uh, rather than strict hierarchical and bureaucratic systems. So when you say hierarchical, it is there will be a gap between uh, uh, a worker or a manager, and when you say bureaucratic systems, there will be a authority or there will be a boss. Then these firms are flexible and coordinate action by leveraging shared social norms and strong social relationships between both internal and external stakeholders. So the example of uh, internal stakeholders are employees, managers, and owners. So and also in external stakeholders, the example is suppliers, society, government, creditors, shareholders, and customers. So when there's a good relationship between internal and external stakeholders, there will be a successful and good organization and also an effective organization. There are three primary benefits that organizations accrue when relying on relationships. Agency cost within a firm can be dramatically cut through the use of relational systems. Managers and employees in relationship-oriented firms are guided by social norms and relationships they have with other managers and employees. So, as a result, the firm can reduce the degree to which it relies on monitoring rules and regulation, and also financial incentives to ensure that the workers put a strong effort to work in the firm's interest. Then uh, rel- relational rel- relational view leads the managers and employees to act in a supportive manner. So there will be a pagtutulungan and makes them more willing to step out of the formal rules when needed to accomplish a task for the good of their organization. There is also likely to be a reduction in transaction cost between a firm and its suppliers and customers. If firms have built strong relationships with the partnering firms, so they are more likely to work cooperatively with these firms and build trust that their partners will work in the best interest of the alliance. So because if the organizations build a strong relationship, so makikipagtulungan sila sa ibang kumpanya and they build trust for each others, especially in partnership type of organization. Then the third one is finally they will have much less fear that their partner will try to take advantage of them or seize the bulk of the benefits from the partnership. Since they feel a sense of shared ownership and goals, individuals within the firm as well as partnering firms will be more likely to search for win-win rather to win-lose solutions. So di na sila matatakot at susubukan nilang samantalahin ang karamihan ng benepisyo mula sa mga partnership nila. Firms with strong relationships with their partners are going to look for solutions that not only benefits themselves but also to provide equitable benefits to their partnering firms. While there are a number of benefits with using a relational view, there can also be some substantial cost. So, first is as our relationships between individual and firms strengthen, they are also more likely to fall prey to suboptimal lack-in effects. The problem here is that as decisions become driven by concerns about relationships, economic factors become less important. So, ibig sabihin, habang lumalakas ang ugnayan sa pagitan ng individual at kumpanya, they are more likely to victim of suboptimal or ang mga produkto or service are less than the highest standard ang binibigay sa kanilang mga partners. Then second, since there are no formal guidelines, conflicts between individuals and units within the firms, as well as between partnering firms, are typically resolved through ad hoc negotiations and processes. So, in these circumstances, there are no legal means or bureaucratic rules to guide decision making. So, when you say ad hoc, so it is when it is a necessary or needed, it is a type of decision that is done when it is necessary or needed. So if many company face difficult decision making, so the power of individual or firms involved this power use maybe unintentional and subconscious, but it can be a result to hindi pantay sa ibang parties. The last one is the social capital of individuals and firms can drive their opportunities. Those rather than identifying the best person to put in a leadership role or optimal suppliers to contract with. These choices are more strongly driven by the level of social connection the person or the supplier has. So this also increase the entry or barriers for potential new suppliers or employees with whom a firm can contract, since new firms likely don't have social connections needed to be chosen as worthy partners. That would be all. Thank you for listening and for watching.